Hello, hello. I hope that you all can hear me. There you are. Hang on. I am going to move this over here. There we go. Hopefully you can see everything. I have a feeling it might be mirrored right now. Let me see if I can change that for you. Because it definitely looks mirrored to me. I don't know if you all are seeing it mirrored. Okay, no, that just flips me. We want to flip. That does not work like I expected it to. Let's flip number 2. Hey, there we go. Can y'all let me know if that is working? Hi, everyone who doesn't know me. My name is Anna. I like to tweet. I do it a lot. I also have this YouTube channel. It's a bit underloved right now, but I do try to attend to it from time to time. Let me just adjust. Oh, there we go. That's better. Looking nice. I also need to check my microphone settings. This is my first time using this microphone on this computer. So if you will bear with me a little longer, then I can check my settings, make sure that this isn't blasting my voice out because it has been known to do that. I'm kind of new to Macs, so I'm still finding my way around this thing. Okay, that did not help. Here. All right. But yeah, if you're here, please someone drop me a message. Let me know that this thing is on. I have not got much YouTube live experience, so I do need a little bit of feedback in chat to make sure that everything is up and running while I try to find my microphone settings. And then we can get started with the fun stuff. Woohoo! Input. Here we go. This is what I want. Rode T microphone. Let's try turning this down just a touch. It's on 79. That's not bad. Let's try it there. That should be a little more comfortable for everyone. Oh, it bumped it back up. That's annoying. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, that should be decent. Apparently, it keeps adjusting the input level automatically, which, okay, fine. Okay, I'm not seeing any chat here, so I don't know if that's because no one is chatting or because this isn't working and I'm just not seeing it. So bear with me a second. I'm just going to check to see. There we go. Yeah, there. Now I can see your chat. That's nice. Hi, everyone. Hi, Rouge Gaming, Jessica Brock, Sumudu Siri Wadana. Thank you for attending. I hope that this is coming through loud and clear. I'm using my Ethernet cable, so I'm really hoping that it's going well. As you can see, one of my lovely backgrounds hopefully provides a nice environment. I would like to throw it open to anyone who would like feedback on their Twitter profile. Please feel free to post it in chat. I will try to keep a running list. Hang on. This is a cool thing. Notes. All right. Let's do this. Let's keep a little note here. Yeah, I am pretty new to using a Mac, so. Ooh, straight away, Jessica's like, me! All right, Jessica Brock. Hi, girl. 02. 3 guesses what language you like. All right, let's start there. I'll keep you in the background and anyone else who comes along. Oh, another one. There you go. Sumudu. Sumu Siri Wadana. All right. Great. All right. So as people come along and let me know their profiles, I'll try to do as many as I can. I can only stay for about an hour to an hour and a half. So I probably won't be able to get to everyone, I'm guessing. But I'm really keen to help out as many people as I can with this in whatever way I can. Obviously, I am not a social media guru, but I do have a little bit of history that makes me quite suited to do this. And it's not just because I'm on tech Twitter a lot. It's also actually because what a lot of people don't know is that one of my first well, actually, my degree, I don't have a computer science degree. What I do have is a media and communications degree, and I actually specialized in journalism and digital communications. And so what that means is that one of my first jobs out of uni was actually in digital marketing. So I worked in digital marketing for 2.5 years before I made my first career change and became an opera singer. And 7 years later, I kind of came back more into the digital sphere and became a software engineer. So I'm not totally unqualified to help everyone out a little bit, but certainly I'm also not here positioning myself as like the most up-to-date marketer on the scene. But I like to think I'm pretty good at Twitter. And I like to think that I know the tech community there pretty well. So hopefully I can provide you all with some insight just based on that alone. Hi, Abed. Yeah, absolutely. I'll add you to the list. Here we go. Al-Rawas Abed. No problems. All right. And you know what I might even also do is actually keep some little notes here. Oh, that's funny. Jessica, you just get to have your text be larger than everyone else's. Congratulations. All right. So let me just open up a new tab here. I'm going to drag it over. Here we go. All right, and we can go Twitter. Oops, maybe not. Want to see all my private messages. Okay, oh, that's sad. I love her. She's so amazing. Okay, here we go. Twitter.com, and we want, hang on. We remember PyGirl02, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. Are you seeing the screen flipped? Oh, man, I flipped it before and I thought it was the wrong way around, so I'll flip it back. Hang on. That's my fault. There you go. Is that better? Is it looking right now? Okay. Okay, good. It's funny because for me now it looks flipped. So now it looks flipped. Would you prefer a link or the @ Just the @ because I'll have a look at it. Oh, Jess! Oh, now I know who you are. How are you doing? All right, let's have a little look. Okay, so the goal of tonight, before I begin, I want to kind of give you an idea of where I'm coming at this from, and hopefully you are all on the same page. I'm coming at this from the assumption that you want to increase your presence in the tech Twitter community. Maybe you want to make sure that when people click on your profile, that they are tempted to follow you, right? That's the idea. Okay, so now that I've said that, that's the idea. Okay, can someone also just confirm that the screen is the right way around now? Because I really don't want to get started on this and end up having to flip it again. Could someone please confirm that? That would be awesome. All right. Great. So with that said, hi, Jess. Jess is someone who interacts a lot on my tweets. So that's good, right? That's the first thing. Obviously, you don't have to interact with me specifically, but it is important that when you want to grow your presence in tech Twitter, that you're talking to people, you're getting to know them, they're starting to get to know your face or your profile picture. And this is kind of, this is a really good first step. So the fact that I came to Jess's profile, I'm like, oh, that Jess, awesome. That's a good sign, firstly. So in that respect, Jess, you're doing things well. I would say generally, I'm not really sure what you're going for here. Let's actually just have a look through what your first tweets are before we go through things. And also, this is interactive. So if you have specific goals that you want me to address, I'm also happy to do that because I think, where are we? Rouge Gaming said, I'm in content creating and are looking for more general tips. Yeah, so if you are looking for more general tips, I actually have a video already on this channel, which is about networking on Twitter. So that's really the general overview if you just want that idea. If you want me to actually check out your profile and tell you my objective opinion, for whatever it's worth, on what you could do better, then that's what we're here for tonight. Okay, or today, depending on your time zone. So let's have a little look. First is a retweet. That's promoted tweet, so I'm going to ignore that. As another retweet, a retweet with comment. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, nice. Positive message. Another retweet. Another retweet. Another retweet. Another retweet. All right. I think I get the idea. All right. So this is kind of like the typical era of people who maybe are not feeling quite so confident to give their opinion on technological things, is that you tend to find things that other people are saying and then you retweet them. There are a few problems with that. So for one thing, I have no idea based on your profile who you are or what you do or what interests you have. I'm assuming friend of Bill is like some sort of like code word for something, but I don't know what it is. Anti-woke left, okay, very political, disabled, BLM, all right. So kind of political statements, but I don't really know, reading this, aside from BLM, I don't really know what that means. It doesn't, oh, friend of Bill, sober. Oh, cool. Didn't know that. Thank you. Now I know something new. It has nothing to do with tech. You have your GitHub there. That's awesome. That's really good. But if I'm just a random person in the tech community and I'm like, oh, should I follow this lady or not? I probably don't have a lot of info here to go off. I would say maybe give us a little insight into yourself. I'm not saying don't put political messages if you believe in political things, power to you. But certainly if you're trying to grow in the tech community specifically, then I would put something about tech in your bio. I like the cover image, but it is a little bit like default screensaver. So I'd probably look for something that says a little more about you. Obviously, we know you're in San Fran, so that's the connection. But I think it would be nice to have something that kind of tells me a little more about who you are, maybe what you tweet about. There's a common thing that a lot of people are doing right now in their bios where they're saying like, I tweet about JavaScript and all the cool things you can do with it or something like that. I quite like that direct approach. I think it tells people straight away what they can expect from you. Because if I had seen, let's say, some comment that you leave on my channel and I'm like, oh, wow, she sounds really cool. And then I click in here, then I see nothing about tech. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to get here. I scroll down and I see basically nothing from you personally, aside from you backing up someone else's tweet. If it takes me more than 2 scrolls, so let me show you, 1, 2. If it takes me more than 2 scrolls, and especially 3 scrolls, to actually see anything from you personally, then I'm going to be like, oh, I have no idea who this person is or what they stand for or what they have to offer me. So I would say tweet more of your own stuff, maybe do fewer retweets or be more selective about what you retweet. Put something in your bio about what you will be tweeting about and what someone will, I hate to say it this way, but what someone gets by reading your profile. What can they expect? Like, why should they bother? Because to them, you're just some other random person, right? So you've got to give them a reason. And that's probably, honestly, why I haven't hit follow on you before, but I will now. So that I can see if you take my tips. I can see if you do it. Okay. Are we still up and running? I don't even know. My camera appears to have frozen. Oh no, I hope I haven't lost you all. Have I lost you all, or are you all still with me? Oh no. I hope. Okay. My computer seems to still be working. We hear you, but the camera froze. Okay, cool. Nice. All right. Thanks, guys. I don't know how much you got, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. I have had a few troubles with this software before, so I'm not totally surprised, but I will try to keep going. We can hear you even if the video freezes. Okay, well, that's the most important thing. You know, I'm not here for like top-notch production quality. So hopefully, yeah, I think we'll just have to accept that my camera will stop from time to time. And if we can all accept that, then we can we can move on. All right. So yeah, those would be my main tips. A clearer cover photo, a biog that actually says what you're going to tweet about, and then more stuff from you personally. So that's probably what I'd like to hear, or what I'd like to see from this profile. Okay, I do like the amount of animals that are appearing in your media though. That makes me very happy. All right, let's go Samudu. I'm going to copy. Here we go. Paste that in there. All right, Samudu. Oh my God, look how gorgeous you are. Oh my God. You're so beautiful. Okay, let's put here Jessica, and it was cover image, say something, and then it was biog, tell us what you tweet about, and then it was fewer retweets, right? I'm just gonna keep some notes here so that we can kind of come back to them later. Yeah, I'm like blown away. Yeah, like you're so beautiful. Okay, so I love this cover image. Can you tell me, I know it's going to take a little while because there's a bit of a delay between when you write something and when I get it, but can you tell me if you made that yourself? Because that's really lovely, and I feel like it's you. Like it does. I feel a connection between the profile picture that I'm seeing and the cover image that I'm seeing. Like it just makes sense. There's something about the style just makes sense. You used Figma, amazing. Yeah, really great. And I like this, and I'm gonna do it. It's really a tiny thing. I would love this Let's Connect to be a bit bigger, and maybe on a little like angle, like a little bit quirky. Just me personally. But I mean, if it's your style as well, you seem to be like, I get a very clean cut, like organized vibe from you, very classy. So if you want to stick to that, maybe you don't want to do the angle thing, but certainly you can make the text bigger. It's a very small piece of feedback. Project manager, clear. Project manager at Wiley Global. Bibliophile, okay. Is that to do with, this shows my ignorance. Is this to do with the Bible, or is this to do with books? I think it's to do with books, right? But it would be good to know. And aspiring web developer, very nice. Okay, and you're in Sri Lanka, lovely. Do you know, fun fact, my like childhood best friend was from Sri Lanka, and we had a fight. I remember I must have been like 8 years old. We must have been 8 years old, and we had a fight over origami boxes. I'm not even joking. Kids are so ridiculous. Okay, so you've already got a decent number of followers, right? So you're already doing something right. That's really great. Congratulations. You've got a hash node. Good. We're going to open that up. We're going to take a look at that as well. So let's see. If I open that up, what do I see? Same thing. Great. Okay. What is semantic markup and why you should use it? Flexbox cheat sheet. Delivering. This is great. The Greatest Showman. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Samudu. I hated that movie so much. Oh dear. Okay, I love this. This is a really solid start to your blog. I'm feeling it. I like the colors. It's all feeling cohesive. If I had to be very, very picky, and again, you've already got quite a lot of good stuff going on already that I can see. If I had to be really picky, I would say try to make the color between this blog and the color of this cover image the same. Because right now they're like, this is like a light blue, and this is kind of like a eggplant purple. And I'd like to see kind of the branding to stay a little closer together. I mean, you could keep the background image the same color, that's fine. But these side bits, these little wings, it would be a really nice little touch if you could make it the same color as that. Yeah, Hugh Jackman is a national treasure. He's Australian, so obviously I'm a fan. Oh, what a lovely photo. Oh, this is great. It's been a while since I introduced myself. I'm Samudu. I'm a project manager, learning web development, tweeting about web development, project management, book thoughts. Very nice. Here's a picture of me while I was thinking about whether I should make this picture in CSS. All right, I love it. Really great pinned tweet. What makes a strong pinned tweet? There are a few things. A strong pinned tweet, this is a good example of a self-introduction pinned tweet. That's one. You could also put up a popular post pinned tweet. So some sort of post that really took off. So if you ever have a post that starts getting like 300, 400 or more likes, or I guess 100 or more likes, depending on what level you're at, that's also something that you can then feature. It's kind of a sad fact of humanity that people like what other people like. So when people see that you've got like 1,000+ likes on a post, they're like, oh, wow, like that must be good. I'm not saying it's right, but it's true. So that's another option for a pinned tweet. Jokes are always nice. Something that says something about who you are, or something that's very typical of what you do. The other thing is you can put up something, a resource that you feel is particularly useful or that you're very passionate about. Those are all good options for pinned tweets. This is a good pinned tweet. I like it. I like it. It's really nice. If I have a little read down, what have we got? Day 4 of 100 Days of Code. Oh, I'm doing 100 Days of Code. Very nice. Revisited internet concepts. Shared some resources here. Cool. Did you make this yourself? Or is this a screenshot from a web page? It's not very clear from this whether you made this yourself. Yes, you did. You made it yourself. You're going to have to use full sentences. I made the notes. Okay. All right, cool. Well, then I've got something that I can help you with here. This is great. This is very good. This is how do I put this? This is a very good kind of thing to make. But the fact that I didn't know that you made it yourself makes it feel like a screenshot. And that's not as interesting to people as, hey, I made this cheat sheet, or I made these notes, right? If I were doing this, right? If I could do over my learning about internet response codes, I would probably put day 4 of 100 Days of Code. I would put probably at the bottom. It's the least important piece of information here, right? There's a saying in journalism which is called burying the lead. That idea is basically that the most important piece of information, you kind of put it too far down so no one actually reads it. The most important thing here is that you collected these notes and maybe they help other people, right? So I would put something here like, want to know the most popular HTTP response codes and what they really mean? I collected these notes from MDN web docs, and I put them together in a short format for you to have as a cheat sheet, right? So it becomes less about you and what you are doing and about these resources, and it becomes more about how you are helping the people who are reading your tweets. Do you kind of get the difference? Do you kind of get what I mean? Because what's important is that you are talking directly to your viewers or your readers, and you're saying, look, here's how I'm trying to help you. I'm learning this stuff, but I'm not just learning it for myself. I'm trying to help you by doing it this way. All of these resources are great. I would put them in a second tweet. This is something that Danny Thompson taught me about, which is if you put links in your first tweet like this and people actually click on them, right, then what happens is that they're taken away from Twitter. They're taken away from your profile, and they're no longer in a position to hit like, right? If I go, oh, great, I want to learn more about response codes. Oh, cool, how the internet works, blah, blah, blah. I start reading about this. I forget completely about you, right? So it's fine to have links to outside resources. I would put them in kind of like here, like put extra things underneath it, like check this one out, check this one out, check this one out. So that's something I would say for that. A retweet, cool. Oh, that's nice. That's nice too. That is kind of very, very close to you, actually, isn't it? He's really done his research. Oh, the Odin project. I love the Odin project. Big fan. Good choice. I was analyzing some websites to see how they use semantic markup, and most were just filled with divs. I did some analysis on the CSS tricks page and marked semantic tags that we used and can be used. Oh, I see. Header nav. Oh, I see. Yep. Again, this is the same thing. This is exactly the same thing. You've got good stuff here. Like, you could say something like, ever wondered what HTML semantic, like how HTML semantic tags could really look on a web page? I've marked up this website so you don't have to. Boom, screenshot. And then you put at the bottom, so glad to be doing the Odin project. Plus they have a Twitter account, you should tag them. And then you put day 3 of 100 days of code. So it's just about flipping it rather than like, I did this and I did that. It's about, hey, do you ever think about this? Or what about this other thing that maybe you've wondered about in the past? How could it be done differently? How does it work? Blah, blah, blah. That's a good opportunity for you to kind of sell this stuff that you're doing. Hey, Francesco, I'm doing really well. We've just been looking at this great profile by Samudu. Strongly encourage you to follow her. Yeah, and I'd also say, Samudu, if you're doing a lot more tweets about web development in future, I would check this out again in future. Right now, I think it's fine. Like, you're only on day 4 of 100 days of code, so you probably aren't like super committed yet. That's cool. But yeah, that's something that you could definitely do in future. Yeah. So that's that. Those would be my main piece of advice for you. Let's write this down. Samudu. We would say possible matching of color schemes for branding. Yeah. What else did we say? Highlight what you are doing for the reader. Put links under the first tweet. And then maybe also, yeah, what's another way to put it? When you make something, say that. I suppose that's the easiest way to put it as well. All right. So I'm really sorry, everyone, about the fact that my camera is still acting up. I really hope that you can still hear me as I kind of talk about all this stuff. It's a real pain. But let's go on because we have Abed. Abed's profile, Alrawas Abed. Let's have a look. It is a really good profile, Devjit. It is. All right. Or was he the one, hang on, was he the one that told me not to do it anymore? Hang on, I've got to scroll back. No. That's cool. Abed is still there. Hi, Holger. I'm guessing you are German. Guten Tag, or guten Abend, sollte ich sagen. All right. Alrawas Abed. Okay, I love the photo. It's got a lot of character. I dig that. All right, let's have a look. I need to see this in detail. Secured user, get mapping me, public string me, security context. Okay. All right, cool. It kind of makes sense, I guess. She's struggling. That's about how I feel. I'm like, okay, I guess so. All right, let's keep having a look. What do we say? What does he say here? I've got some flags. I'm not good enough with flags to know these. Is that Russia? I don't even know. I'm so bad at flags, guys. I'm so sorry. It's embarrassing how bad I am with flags. Someone's going to have to tell me. Someone's going to have to tell me what the flags are. The code is gibberish. Yeah, I was like reading it, going, all right, what? Software engineer, 5+ years, Java. Yep, nice. I gathered that. Spring Boot. I tweet about software engineering and my learnings. Yep, nice. Very cool. All right. Your pinned tweet. Okay, so firstly, let me say I like the photo, the cover image. I don't mind it. I never know what I'm supposed to think when I see an anime character. Like, am I supposed to know who she is? Do you tweet about anime? What is it about girls with purple hair? I mean, do you know what I mean? I don't know what the message is there. Born in Russia but live in Lebanon. Got it. Thanks. So I mean, personally, I'd probably lose her. But then again, if you really like anime or you tweet about anime, then I guess keep it. The code, maybe you should actually make that something that does make sense or that somehow relates to who you are. Let's have a look at your website. Oh, nice. I like that. Hi. Yeah. Oh, it's gone a bit off the side. Oh, there we go. That's my fault, not your fault. Okay. I'm a software engineer with 5+ years experience specializing in Java and Spring Boot. Check out my blog. All right, I will. Okay, there is one article. Oh, it was recent. Oh, this is new. This is new, Arbed. I didn't know that. How to install Java Development Kit on Windows. Nice. Okay, great. Straightforward. I mean, I've installed JDK, but let's have a quick look. Download, yeah, step by step. Okay, it's a small thing, and I know it's not technically about Twitter. It's about blogging. I would put a little more text here. And this is great. Like, I love step-by-step things. Awesome. I would put like 1 or 2 paragraphs of introduction. Why is JDK important? What you're going to talk about? What are some common problems you see? Why can it be confusing? Maybe a few little things like that. Give people a reason to keep looking at what you're doing. But I like it. It's fine. And obviously you need more blog posts, but I think you know that because you only posted this a few days ago, yesterday, right? No, 2 days ago. So that's fine. I would say this is a thing. I'm a bit confused right now as to what your name is, because here we've got Al-Rawas Abed. Here we've got Abdul Rahman El Rawas, which is different. This is Al Rawas, and there it's El Rawas. Here you've got Abdul Rahman El Rawas, but here you've got Abed. Yeah. Yeah. I would just look, I mean, I don't care what your name is. Like, what your name is your name. I would just say maybe try to make it a little bit more consistent. If you're going to go by Abed, which is of course the easiest version, as you say in chat, then I would put that. You could even just say here, "Hi, I'm Abed." You could even just leave it at that, just to get some consistency. Because what you want is people to be able to recognize your name or what you're doing. So I would really try to make it as consistent as possible. It's kind of like I was saying to Sumudu about the color of her blog, trying to get the colors the same. It's a tiny detail, but it kind of helps this idea, this consistency idea. I can show you actually something on my profile that's kind of similar. So I've got this energetic, quirky, helpful thing. And then if you have a look at my thing here, I also use this kind of neon light effect. And it's just to keep this consistency in the image people are getting. So if you're going with Al-Rawas Abed, then you should refer to yourself as Al-Rawas Abed everywhere. That would be my little piece of advice. But otherwise, very nice. Really good start. I would like to announce the launch of my first personal website and blog, along with my first blog post, written with Nuxt. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I always say Nuxt, but I have a feeling it might be Nuxt. I'm not sure. Hi, Harpreet. Welcome. Deployed in Netlify. Every feedback is welcome. Oh, well, there you go. That's why we're here. A tool's command line interface is better than IDE plugins of that tool. I agree with that. I will give you a like. No, okay. The only thing that's stopping me from using Notion. Okay. Yes. Okay, we've gone from no to yes. That's something. Okay, I like this. I like this too. Not surprising. This has got more likes than most of your other posts. I'm interested, Abed, why do you think this has more likes than your other posts? Because I'm interested to see if you can work it out. Why do these two basically have almost no introduction or interaction? Sorry. Because it's really obvious to me, but I don't know if it's obvious to you. Okay. 1K followers. You don't have 1K followers. What am I missing? Was that a retweet? Was that a joke? Because you tagged the authors in that tweet? Yeah, it's partly to do with that. So it's involving other people, but it's involving other people not only in terms of tagging people, but in terms of this, right? You're asking people to interact with you here. You're saying, hey, guess what I'm doing? What do you think? You know, it hooks people. And this idea of a hook is something that a lot of people, myself included, I should add, often forget to do to actually get people involved, is to give people a reason to keep reading, give people a reason to interact with you. Oh, hang on. Is there? No, there isn't more. I'm not sure I get it, but it's obviously funny to you, but I don't actually understand it. So yeah, this is actually not bad either. Good things happen when you revisit the basics. Yeah, I would say, yeah, that's good too. So right now you've got some stuff in. Oh, look at that, another good one. Yeah, I was about to say, look, that's a hook. That's a hook. A hook is like, for people who don't know, a hook is like a short phrase or sentence, can even be the start of a sentence, maybe like the first phrase in a sentence, that makes people go, oh, what? It makes them keep reading, right? It gives them a reason to keep reading. So when you say programming is art, people are like, And he goes, if you really want to step up this, look about software craftsmanship. Software craftsmanship is chef's kiss, and Victor delivers it really well. Also, totally agree, Victor Rantea is amazing. Why am I not following him? Ridiculous. See, this stuff, people don't care, right? Like the only time people care about your header is when you say it was made in CSS, and that's like just a running joke in the tech Twitter community now. But most people don't really care about that. Most people don't care about general, just like your running thoughts. What you have to do is give them a reason. And you're actually on the right track. I wouldn't say this is not bad. This is not a bad feed. It just needs some like tightening up, right? I also like you doing shout outs. Shout outs are great. Don't do too many of them. It can look a bit desperate. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, just general advice to anyone else out there who might be struggling. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of your tweets are beginning with I am a Spring fan. I wonder how much of Twitter would be erased from my life. I do this, I do that. I would say focus less on yourself and focus more on what other people think and want from your feed and what you have to offer them. And that doesn't have to be like deep, super insightful stuff. It could just be like someone to talk to about Spring Boot, right? Because I actually don't follow that many people on Twitter who talk about Java and Spring Boot. And I work with Spring Boot every day. So I think there's something there, right? You've got something that not a lot of people are talking about, but a lot of people are using. So I would strongly encourage you to continue on that. And yeah, I think those are my main pieces of feedback. I'm not sure you need the dot points here, by the way. I think the emojis kind of act like dot points in a way in your opening section. So I would also say that's another thing. So let me write that for you. What does anime girl mean? Unclear message from header image. I would say don't need dot points when you're using emojis. Yeah, the emojis act as dot points. And if you don't have emojis, use dot points. If you don't use dot points, you can use emojis. Lots of people like using the pipe instead. That's also a good option. In this case, I think you're fine just with the emojis. More focus on the reader than on yourself. And use hooks to get people interested in what you have to say next. Cool. Also, as everyone can see, we've done 3 so far, but I still have some time. So if you want me to review your profile, please do feel free to post it in the comments and I'll add it to the list. But I want to talk more while we're waiting for another volunteer, assuming we get another volunteer. I'm going to talk a little bit about this idea of hooks. Oh, no problems, Abed. The name. Consistency in naming. More blog posts with more writing. Yeah, but you know that already. I mean, you don't start a blog not to write it, right? So you already know that. But great. Yeah, thank you so much for putting yourself out there. I know it can be really scary to have your profile put under the microscope. I actually like the photo. I have to say, I normally tell people to like do a smiling photo of themselves. It does leave a really good impression, but I quite like when photos have a little bit of character as well. Just my own personal opinion. Debiut says, I just retweet, hope to volunteer for next week. Oh, yeah, I guess I could do this again next week. Why not? That seems good. But yeah, let's talk about this idea of a hook. All right, I'm going to show you. Oh, boom. Got it straight away. I didn't even know this going in. My pin tweet, new to coding. Okay, someone is new to coding. Straight away, they're reading the rest of this tweet, right? Want to grow on tech Twitter? There are many top-level roles you can aspire to. Okay, well, this one's about me baking banana bread. It doesn't have a hook. It's just about me baking banana bread. Managers. Okay, straight away. Managers are going to keep reading. This is about tonight's event. Coding and learning a foreign language are pretty similar. Do you see what I mean? Fun fact. What do programmers get paid for? It is my mission. Yeah, it's probably weaker. Yeah, and you can see I don't actually have that many responses because it is a little bit weaker. Some common quotes I hear. This one went quite well. Did anyone else have false starts? So you see there are quite a few different ways that you can kind of hook people in. But a fun fact here, if you have a look, I've got very few retweets. I am very selective. I probably could honestly afford to do more retweets, but I'm very, very selective in who I retweet. So if you've ever tagged me in a post and I haven't retweeted you, it's nothing personal. I'm just very, very selective. Mainly because this is the kind of thing I want people to see. When they come to my profile, what I want is for people to see what I am saying and what I think, right? So that's the idea. Because, I mean, why else do you follow someone? You don't follow someone to see what they retweet almost ever, I think. You come to see what they have to say and what they have to offer in the hope that you can learn something in the process. So Harpreet, you're waving. Does that mean because you want to volunteer, or is that because you were just saying hi? Do you have a Twitter profile? I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, the floor's open. If no one else wants to volunteer, then I can close off the session. That's no problem for me. I can go have a biscuit and a cup of tea. It's easy enough for me. But certainly I want to give everyone the opportunity, if they are interested, to provide their Twitter profile so I can give them some feedback. And again, my apologies for the shoddy camera. I think next week I'll use an actual program. Maybe I could even... No, I don't think so. I don't think I can switch cameras while I'm in the middle of a stream either, so that doesn't help. All right, I guess we can just quickly go over the points that I've already made as a kind of summary then. And assuming we don't get any volunteers in the meantime, then I'll close off the session. So we first look at Jessica's feed. Nice. We first looked at Jessica's feed and we kind of said that her cover image was a little bit too it didn't say anything. It was just a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge. I said we need to see in your biog, in this little biog here, what you're actually going to be tweeting about. You need to give people a feel for what you're tweeting about. This is actually where I think mine could be stronger, right? I don't love my opening phrases here. I mean, I want to say all of these things, and so I do, but I don't actually think that mine is the strongest in that regard. I want to make that stronger. Still to be decided. And to have fewer retweets and more of her own personal content so we can see what she thinks and what her opinions are, in the hope that we can follow her. Then we've got Samudu. Samudu had a wonderful profile, really great Twitter feed. I'm so tongue-tied today. Really great Twitter feed. We said there's some minor adjustments that could be made. You know, the follow button thing could be a bit bigger. We could match some colors to kind of get a consistent branding feel. You could highlight what she's doing for the reader, because she's actually making this great content. She's making personalized content, but she's not really selling it as something that can help the reader. She's just kind of being like, oh, hey, look, I did this today in 100 days of code. And if you actually tell them, hey, look, I did this for you, this is something that could help you, then people start, like, their ears prick up like dogs, and then they start paying attention. So yeah, and then for links, try to keep people on your profile as much as you can. And then for Abed, we said to kind of make the header image, I suppose, a little more clear as to what he's trying to say with it. Not to double up with dot points and emojis. And then to focus more on hooking people and focusing on what the reader really wants rather than what you necessarily are doing or thinking. It's what you are doing or thinking, but in a way that can help for the people who are on your profile, right? Nothing I post is only for other people. It's all what I think. It's all what I believe. But I try to think about how it's useful to other people or how it could help them. So with that being said, I'm going to end the session there. Thank you so much to our 3 volunteers today. It's a great idea, Debjit. Maybe I will try to do this, if not every week, then maybe every 2 weeks or something like that. My schedule is not super consistent, so it's hard for me to commit to anything, but I would love to have another opportunity to do this. It won't be next Wednesday because, today's Thursday. Great, don't worry. Maybe next Thursday, who knows? All right, thank you everyone for coming by. My apologies again for the camera. I will make it work next time. All the best and have a wonderful night. Bye.